Wonderful. And I'm going to mute you guys if you don't mind. So just wave dramatically if you need my attention. Okey-dokey. So what we're going to do is we're going to start laying down on our mats, on our backs, please. And just start with your knees bent, feet on the floor, maybe hands on your stomach if that feels okay. And just closing your eyes and noticing your breath. Noticing how your lower core is expanding on the inhale. And then just kind of deflating on the exhale. If you're feeling like your chest is expanding, try to have it so it's more your lower core that you feel expanding. Good. So for the person who's just joining us, I'm just muting you because we're recording.
Genesis is parking.
Okay, cool. Tell her to come on in. All right. So if you're just joining us, we're on our backs with our knees bent, hands on our lower belly, and we're just, as we inhale, feeling the diaphragm pulling down. So it's the very sort of base of your core that you feel expanding. Maybe even feeling your lower back expanding on your inhale. With your eyes closed, just really settling into your breath. Seeing if you can maybe take a fuller inhale. Seeing which parts of your body are really gently expanding and then relaxing on the exhale. Good. So we're all feeling, maybe having our hands on our lower stomach, that kind of expansion on the inhale and then that release on the exhale. Now noticing the parts of your body that are touching the floor. I want your weight to be on your feet and mostly on your pelvis and your shoulders. I want your lower back to have not weight pressing down on it. So there's still a little bit of a gentle curve a little bit in your lower back. I just don't want your lower back being squished into the floor. So keeping the just natural shape of the spine. So now we're going to get into some pelvic tilting. So the idea is as you inhale, your hip bones come forward, almost like you're sticking out your tuchus, arching your back a bit. Then as you exhale, letting your lower back just sort of melt into the floor, and then your pelvis tipping up a little bit, like you're tucking your tail. So as you inhale and the lower belly expands, it's almost like pushing you in that direction. And then exhale, settling in. So this is just a gentle rocking of the pelvis back and forth. Just gently softening the lower back with your breath. Good, wonderful. Hopefully that felt good. Now let's change the pattern to, as you inhale, reaching everything out, arms overhead, lengthening out your legs. And then as you exhale, hugging in one knee and then the other, maybe bringing up your head towards your knees, coming into a ball. So as you inhale, walking your legs out, letting your back arch. And as you exhale, having the opposite feeling, hugging everything in. So going with your own breath, it's almost like your front body stretches out on the inhale, and then your back body is getting a nice pull on the exhale. Good. The next time your knees are hugged in, leaving them there with your head coming down to the floor and just rolling side to side, just getting your back body massaged. So the idea is we're telling our back to go on holiday, to stay relaxed, and then afterwards we're going to tell our core to get involved. Good. So feet back on the floor. The back is relaxed, weight on our hips and our shoulders, hands alongside our hips. So now we're going to come back to that nice big inhale. But as we exhale, we're going to feel our core engage, starting the very base of your core, and then it's almost like you're zipping up a zipper. So inhale to expand, and then exhale, it's like a wave of contraction up your core. This is just to get our brain into our core muscles, feeling that kind of wave of contraction going upwards. Starting to feel that kind of grr in the very center of you, maybe heating up a bit. Now changing the pattern. Now on the exhale, just feel all of your core compressing all at once. Almost like you're trying to button your core together. It's almost like your back and your front are compressing together. Maybe even trying to feel your pelvic floor pulling upward as well. Now, if your neck is okay with this, we're gonna have our hands alongside our hips, palms facing in. And on the exhale, strong core, and it's like we're peeling upwards. And then exhale, coming on down. So we don't really want to have our neck coming towards our chest or chin coming towards our chest. We just sort of want to keep the neck happy. So having the movement start in your core, not your neck. Exhale, it's like you're peeling up. Inhale, slowly coming back down. It's almost like when you peel with a cheese, those special cheese knives, and you get that perfect kind of peel up of Parmesan cheese or something. You're the Parmesan cheese getting peeled up. So I'm feeling this in the front of my neck, which means I need to take a moment and just shake out my neck, tell it to go on holiday, and then when I'm ready, I can start again. Really trying to put my brain into my core, having those muscles doing the work. Good, wonderful. Let's take a break, lengthening everything out, reaching out your legs, having a nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, hugging in your knees again. Putting your feet back on the floor, hands alongside your hips, letting your head just relax for a moment, making sure the neck is on holiday. Good. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, lengthening out one leg, exhale, drawing in that knee, feeling the lower core really expanding. So inhale, and then exhale, sort of like a kerchunk feeling. So with your own breath, really putting your brain in your lower core, feeling it doing the work of pulling in your knee. It's not your quads, it's almost like the very lowest point of your core is drawing everything in. Good, now switching legs, inhale the length and exhale, feeling that pulling in. This is very much in your brain. Good, wonderful. Both feet on the floor, hands alongside the hips, looking up. We're gonna do some glute bridges. So how should we do our breath? Let's inhale to come up. Exhale. Actually, I've changed my mind. Let's exhale to come up. Feel everything compressing. Inhale, slowly coming down. So feeling your front body stretching out. Feeling your glutes really sort of coming inward, your core compressing as you come up. And if you can, even feel your pelvic floor coming up as you rise up on the exhale. So just on that exhale, trying to feel as much engaging as possible. So again, it's very much in our brains. Good, wonderful. Lowering on down. I think we need to do a few stretches out. So inhale, reach everything, maybe flexing your feet and pointing your toes. And then when you get around to it, exhale, hugging your knees. Letting your head come down and just rolling side to side. Good. So while we're here with our knees hugged in, let's do some sort of egg beater circles with our knees. So circling one knee out and then the other. Doing whatever kind of movement feels good for your hips and your lower back, just having a mini holiday here. Wonderful. Now when you're ready, knees bent, feet off the floor, we're going to press our hands into our thighs, and then our thighs are getting pressed back into our hands. So our weight is on our pelvis and our shoulders, but our lower back is free. It's not getting pressed into the floor. So as you do this, feeling the muscles in your core right below your ribs, feel like they're kind of reaching down towards your lower core. That's reaching up. So we're trying to shorten our rectus abdominis muscles, you know, the six-pack muscles, feeling them like coming together. And then just breathing deep. The more you press into your legs and your legs back into your hands, the more you get out of it. Good. So keeping this feeling in your core, the stillness through your core, reaching your hands up, palms facing together. And now we're going to have our left hand and leg reach down as your right hand reaches overhead. Then exhale, bring everybody back to center. Then the other side. So inhale to reach out, exhale. So there's a lot of stillness in your core. And as you exhale and bring everything in, feel again that feeling. Yeah, this one's kind of confusing. Good, just a few more. Good, wonderful. So I feel the need to open up my legs a bit wider and do some windshield wipers. And I also feel the need to have that back hip sort of press forward to get a stretch into my quads. So if this feels like what your body wants to do, great. If you feel like something else for your mini holiday, go for it. I just feel like my quads want to stretch out a bit. So just choose what feels good. Okay, so we're going to do our glute bridges again. This time you have the option, if you like, to lengthen out one leg. The key with this is you don't want your pelvis tipping or moving. So strong core, and as you exhale, pressing into your foot to lift up your pelvis a little bit. And then slowly lowering down. So I really only want you doing this if you can be sure that your pelvis is not moving around, not tilting. So just do normal bridges if you like, because this one is a hard one. Good. And also you can just hold it up there too. That's a nice hard one, but it also helps you feel stillness through your pelvis. I don't want your pelvis or your back getting tweaked in any way. Oh, I'm done with that one. Oh, so let's have I just feel like we need to do that leg crossover stretch. So do one leg crossed over, pulling in for a moment or two. All right, switching sides. Good. So now let's do all that on the other side. So choosing which version you want to do, really listening to your body, your exhales when you come up, engaging your glutes and core. Inhales when you come down. Or you can just stay up there, which is plenty hard. And as always, if anything, if your spidey sense says, oh, my body doesn't like this, don't do it. This is online. You can do whatever you want. I don't know. So just keeping that breath going, feeling your core engaging. Good, wonderful. Just a few more. Hooray. And then as our holiday this time, let's have one knee hugged in on the exhale, inhale, just letting it go away a bit. Exhale, hugging it in. So this is your lower back will get a little bit flattened down into the floor, but I want it to soften. So instead of contracting on the exhale, just let everything soften, letting that lower back have a nice little stretch. Good, and the other side when you get around to it. Good, wonderful. So let's have our arms open up to either side, palms facing up, and just a few more windshield wipers. This time focusing on the feeling of the stretch of the side body into the underarms. So we're going to do a twist next. So just having a twisty feeling come into your body, getting ready. Good, wonderful. So now when you're ready, we're going to have our hands behind our heads, if that feels okay for your shoulder. And we're going to do like a twisty sit-up. So nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, it's like you're peeling one shoulder up, reaching towards the opposite knee. You won't get there. I don't want you going that far. But inhale, coming on down. So going as slow and controlled as you can. Exhale. And inhale, like really feel like you're moving in slow motion. And actually, on the way down, you can feel almost like you're a massage into the floor. It's like you're slowly pressing your back muscles into the floor, letting them just kind of soften. And a few more of these. If your neck gets involved, just take a break and like stretch it out or massage it. We really want to, when muscles we don't want involved start getting involved, always stop and like do something to put them on holiday. And then put your brain right away into the muscles that you want to be firing. In this case, our core. Wonderful. Let everything relax. Do what you like for a moment. Okay, so we're going to try a new one. So both feet are bent, feet on the floor. Make sure your lower back's not squished, hands alongside your hips. One leg is going to straighten out with your toes pointed. So this is your inhale, but as you exhale, feel that core contracting to drop the leg. Inhale, coming on down. So I don't want your pelvis rocking, so I don't want your lower back getting squished into the floor. So once, you know, your core, your whole body is in one position, it's going to stay there. Your leg is the only thing that's moving around. So inhale to extend, exhale, contracting the core, and only bring your leg up as high as it wants to go. The important thing is putting your brain in your stomach muscles and having them do the work. Good, wonderful. Switching legs. So you're just take a moment to feel, okay, this is where my back is. It's happy. Lock in this feeling in your core and then keep it totally still. Extending out one leg, pointing your toe, and exhale, bringing it up. So this is very much mind over matter. Try to just have the core contract without it moving around. Good, wonderful. So I feel the need to stretch out my quads again. So I'm just going sort of windshield wipers with the back hip pressing forward till I feel the quads stretch. Do what feels good to you. Maybe you feel like some big full body stretches out. And when you're ready, we're gonna do some more cheese peeling. So feet on the floor, hands alongside your hips. So just get into your breath, feel that expansion on the inhale, and then on the exhale, feel starting with the pelvic floor, everything kind of zipping up your core. So using this powerful core, and your next exhale, you're gonna start to peel your shoulders off the floor, and then inhale, lowering down. So again, feeling like there's a ball between your chin and your chest. I don't want your chin coming right down to your chest. So try to keep the neck relaxed and put all the effort in that zipped up core. If you're feeling really ambitious today, you can have your feet off the floor. Just don't let that lower back round out and get pressed into the floor. Good, wonderful. I feel like I need to really relax my neck. So do whatever feels good for a moment or two, and then we're gonna make our way onto our fronts. No hurry, that's just where we're heading next. So what we're gonna do is elbows bent. Let's see, elbows bent with our hands sort of reaching upwards. We're gonna look towards our right hand, okay? So this is a bit of a funny one I just learned. So we've got bent elbows, hands reaching up from the elbows. So what we're gonna start with is just, we're looking towards our right elbow. We're gonna just lift up the right elbow, lowering it back down. So feeling our hand is still on the floor. We're just lifting that elbow, feeling the muscles in our backs waking up. This is more of that Soma yoga stuff. So it's all about going nice and slow and really feeling the parts of our body that are moving. These things I find are pretty awkward and hard actually. Let's have our breathing pattern be inhale to lift up the elbow, exhale, come on down. Nothing should hurt. Okay, so now the next step is as we inhale, let's lift up our head and our whole arm. And then exhale, coming down. So if your neck is saying no thank you, just do a different version of this, or don't do it, or do what you like. There's no hard and fast rules that you have to do what I say. The only hard and fast rule is to do what your body says. It's the one you lived in all day. Okay, now if it feels good, we're doing this with our right arm. Feeling the back body waking up. Maybe we're just gonna do this, or if you like, you can start lifting your left leg slightly off the floor, if that feels okay. But only if this is a good feeling, or you can just leave your upper body on the floor and just lift your leg, or leave your leg on the floor and just lift your upper body, whatever feels good. Good. Now let's just have a break, putting your forehead on your two hands and just doing some, I think it's called crocodile breathing, where as you inhale, you feel your lower back expanding, and then on the exhale, let everything soften. So this is the holiday. So on the inhale, feeling, because your stomach's compressed, the back body inflating and softening those muscles, and then letting everything relax on the exhale. So when you're ready, we're gonna do all that on the other side. So elbows bent, hands reaching up from the elbows, turning your head to look towards the left. And again, if your neck doesn't love it, just don't do it. Starting with the inhale, just lifting up the elbow alone, feeling what that is doing to your upper back. Again, this is new and it's a bit weird, so really listening to your body. So your inhale is what lifts, and the exhale is slowly lowering. When you're ready, starting to lift up both the arm and the head, you're looking towards that left hand, and then on the exhale, lowering back down. So you're starting to feel the upper back and going down your back, starting to contract to peel yourself up. Adding in the leg if you want. So if you're lifting up your left arm, it's going to be your right leg that comes up. Good. Now bringing your hands together, letting your head relax on your hands. Just shaking out your shoulders a little bit. Seeing if any tension's built up anywhere. And then doing that breathing again where you feel your lower back expanding, softening on the inhale, then letting everything relax on the exhale. Now depending, maybe staying here, or if you like, having your head center, bringing your hands alongside your body with your palms facing down. And as you inhale, pressing the tops of your feet into the floor, feeling your whole back contract to help pull you up, your shoulders going down your back, and then slowly exhale, coming on down. So inhale, it's like you feel your whole back body. Good. Exhale, coming down. So your feet, the tops of your feet are pressing into the floor like an anchor, and then it's all running down your spine, it's pulling you up. shoulder blades just sort of tucked in and pulling down your back. You're looking down at the floor, and nothing should hurt. If you feel any weird tension in your lower back, just have a break. Just a few more. Good, wonderful, hooray. So let's get out of here. Let's roll onto our backs again, please. And do whatever feels good. I feel like hugging in my knees and rolling from side to side a bit. Another nice idea is letting your feet come back down to the floor, reaching your arms up to the ceiling, and doing kind of like some movements with your arms, maybe circles, maybe egg beaters, just feeling those shoulder blades and the upper back that we were just using. Letting it get kind of massaged into the floor. If you're doing something or other, switching the directions the other way. Oh, this is feeling good. I have my arms just reaching both up together and just going side to side, and it's rolling right into my shoulder blades. So choose your own adventure, do what feels good. Because that one with the bent elbow, it's a weird one. We'll keep doing it, but it's kind of an awkward one. Good, wonderful. Now let's just let our arms flop open to either side, the palms facing up. We're in stretchy mode now. So shifting your hips one way to let your knees fall the other way, coming into your favorite type of twist. Letting it all go, feeling your shoulders getting heavy. Closing your eyes, letting your arms just melt into the floor. Putting your legs wherever feels good. I want you to feel like you're getting a nice pull through your mid-body. Breathing deep. Looking wherever your head wants to look. Slowly, when you feel like it, coming back through center, doing something to get your spine untwisted, maybe hugging in your knees, just whatever gets your spine kind of neutral. Maybe doing some ankle circles because we haven't done that yet. And when you're ready, setting up on the other side. So scooching your hips one way, letting your knees flop the other, letting your legs just flop wherever feels good for your spine. Nice open chest, arms, and shoulder blades melting into the floor, letting your head flop where it likes. Closing your eyes and breathing deep, feeling your mid-body expand on the inhale and then deflate on the exhale. Wonderful. Coming on out of that, maybe hugging in your knees. We need to do just sort of something final, whatever you want to do before our resting pose. I know we've got some happy baby people, so maybe you want to do your happy baby. Just sort of whatever last stretch that your body wants, go ahead and do that. Wonderful. Hugging in your knees one more time. Maybe lifting your head towards your knees. And then just letting everything flop out into your Shavasana, letting your feet just fall to either side, hands up towards the ceiling. So coming back into that nice full sort of balloon breath in the very center of you, letting everything in your lower core expand on the inhale, and then let everything kind of just deflate and melt on the exhale, closing your eyes. If you have time in your day and you're not in a hurry, just stay put, keep breathing deep and just seeing what happens as you really, amazing things can happen if you just stay in Shavasana and just keep going and focusing on your breath. If you need to move on with your day, start to move your body in whatever way feels good and gentle. When you get around to it, bending in your knees and rolling onto your side. And when you're ready, coming up to a comfy seated position. Letting your hands just rest on your legs. This is the first time we've been upright. That's kind of hilarious. So as you inhale, let's just get back into your core again, feeling that expansion. And on the exhale, feel the pulling inward, even maybe feeling your pelvic floor pulling in. So on the inhale, feel the expansion, feel your spine growing longer. On the exhale, feel your nice strong core locking in, protecting your spine. Namaste. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording, everybody. Sure.